at the Bureau of Customs?
Well, first, you have to crack down hard and monitor them. But again, despite the attrition law, you would try to find a way, which is really important, to reduce the temptation in corruption. Let us approach corruption two ways: prevention and post-occurrence punishment. I think we really have to place more emphasis on prevention with more incentives for the customs collectors, legitimate incentives in order for them to be shielded from temptation. I think this goes for the whole government also. There's just too much temptation, too little safeguards against it, too little deterrence. As society is evolving, society gets more materialistic. We will have to face that square.
Secretary Teodoro, this is not my main question yet, but do you agree with the common lament that the rich in our country are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer?
I think that's a lament worldwide.
Well, the main question then, our economy's oligarchic structure or dominance of and control of our economy by a few who are rich and powerful is often blamed for the situation we just described and for failing to make significant progress in reducing poverty. What will you do about this oligarchic structure of society?
Well, I think, an open economy with adequate standards beforehand, without any favoritism, is a guarantee to that. It is the only guarantee that your economy will not be controlled by a few with regulatory capture and the like. I think sometimes there are two paradigms which have to be distinguished. I don't know if you agree with me, Dr. Habito, is that there are two ways of making poor people more, richer. Number one, get from those who have and transfer it to the poor, or make private incentive a centerpiece of your administration, which in turn will make other people richer. I think the target goal should be to move as many people as possible beyond the poverty line. I mean, even in rich countries, the disparity between rich and poor is much, much bigger than here. But then again, there are certain center points. You do not want monopolies or combinations in restraint of trade, equal access and opportunities for all, and straight, clear policies ab initio.
Give an advantage to those already rich and powerful.
Well, definitely, because capital is one big thing that everybody needs, and the rich do have an advantage. But perhaps there are other equalization measures that you don't unduly cut off the market to those who may be willing to venture.
You held the National Defense portfolio. You also were a key player in the administration and were aware of the economic programs. What economic opportunities were missed due to corruption?
Well, Bert, it's hard to say for me offhand what were missed, but definitely a lot probably because of the impression of corruption and actual corruption. A lot of foreign direct investments, domestic investments likewise, are lost. I mean, the opportunity loss is also translated in the length of time we need in order to recover from a catastrophic incident. For example, after the tsunami in Phuket, Thailand recovered within 2 years. And as with Ondoy Pepeng and the like, it will take us a lot longer. So several, perhaps, opportunities, investment-wise, in medical tourism, in tourism, in services, with the competition with other countries, and other infrastructure opportunities. For example, the anomaly of to me, this is not a corrupt anomaly, but an anomaly where projects are not continued to their logical end. Why did it take more than 10 years to continue the Skyway? It's only now that it's being continued. I think this is another type of corruption that has to be addressed, the corruption of no long-term continuity of policies.
If you are to focus on just one specific economic sector or industry that you believe will propel the country's development, what will it be?
Well, the most important thing right now, if you have to make me choose, because it's really hard to choose between sectors, right now it's also agriculture. Agriculture, because our food security really is an important aspect of our economy which cannot be forgotten. Not only our food security, but the amelioration of the farmer, the availability of consumption, the capability to consume on the part of the agricultural sector in order to reinvest in micro enterprises, in industry, in other ventures. No? But to rank, there are several: services, tourism, and other long-term infrastructure projects which are good for the country. And maybe other reindustrialized industries, for example, shipbuilding is one other area where we can focus. But I think if you will ask to make me rank, the first sector will be the agricultural sector, particularly the subsistence farmers.